I'm in jet lag. I'm totally destroyed. I should be sleeping instead of recording, but too many things are happening. So after an hour in Italian on Juventus, I'm here to record because, guys, I tell you, I had one certainty, one name that we revealed here, Edon Zhegrova on the 15th of August, and I started to doubt myself. Why? The words of Comolli, financial fair play. The words of Igor Tudor, mercato complicato. This morning, Edon Zhegrova. There, in the gym medical, with a smile, guys, it's incredible. On top of that, out of nowhere, Openda there as well. We had even Alessandro Del Piero, il capitano, doing the... No, he was there in gym medical. I will tell you why in a second. And Juve is still looking for some players. Attenzione. Remain here. Notification ring on because everything can happen in a mercato. It's totally crazy. Ciao Juventini of the world. My name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. We go towards the news. It's not an edited video. It's not a technical video. It's a feeling video. It's something that I feel also because we need to reinforce still our team, even on top of Zhegrova and Openda. But let me start saying thank you to all the people from Canada that will watch that video. Thank you for your fantastic hospitality. 3 days that were a rush, really a rush, from one spot to another. Cocktail party here, academy, watching football, the kids playing, the new generations, being there with the Juventus official fan club Toronto. Fantastic. John, Presidente, grazie for the hospitality, doing a watch party with them. I had the opportunity to see 3 times, to spend 3 days with Stefan Lichtsteiner, to see and to meet 3 times Sebastian Giovinco, 2 players that were incredible, but persons even more, I can guarantee you that. We have an exclusive news, and that's why I told you we have a lot of news. Keep that notification ring on because tomorrow, maybe on Wednesday latest, exclusive interview with Stefan Lichtsteiner here on the channel. I did a lot of interview with players from the team, ex-players, with legends, women, whatever. But never we had an exclusive for here, the channel, and that's a gift for you. I'm happy that Stefan Lichtsteiner is il padrino from the channel from now on because he will be the first one and hopefully not the last player that is here on the channel with an exclusive interview. I hope you will enjoy it and watch it. Now, ragazzi, let's speak about Mercato because that's the most important thing. Ragazzi, this morning, Edon Zhegrova, then Openda, they are still there doing the medicals. Alessandro Del Piero. Should we tackle Alessandro Del Piero for people that are asking why was he there? It's actually quite easy. His son is now playing with in the 4th division, Serie D. He's playing with Sanremese, and yesterday he had that injury. They are living in Torino, so he brought his son as a father, as a papa would do with his son. He brought him at the gym medical to do some tests to see how he's doing. That's it. Not more than that. Of course, you had so many people that were there for Openda, for Zhegrova, that they were all there looking for Alessandro. They went totally crazy. Can you imagine you are there? You are waiting for new players and you see Il Capitano. Il Capitano, what did he do there? He took a picture with Zhegrova. I can't wait to also see if he took a picture with Openda, but that's beautiful. That's beautiful because he received the benediction. He received la benedizione del Capitano. What can go wrong? Calma. First, let him do the medicals. He will do long tests. I can tell you because it's already since December that he's not playing, so I'm not expecting in a few moments, in a few seconds, the announcement that it is official. So take your time, really do all the tests in the world to be sure that Zhegrova is 100% fit to play with Juve. That being said, ragazzi, Edon Zhegrova, where did it all start? Here on the channel on the 15th of August, where I told you Larry the Bird, he told me, Edon Zhegrova to Juve. I can tell you without entering too much in the detail, that's something that we'll do later. It's a player that really wanted to come. Did you see the pictures of him when he's in front of the J Medical with a smile that is until here? Huh? So happy to be there. He did everything that he could with a passport. Thank you to all the people that are working in the citizenship of Albania that made his passport so that we can still keep a slot open that at the moment we are not using, but you never know in this hour because Mercato is crazy. So grazie. He wanted to come. He waited. It was his first option and he waited for it. Bravo, Edon Zhegrova. I can't wait to see him on the pitch. It's a player that will elevate that individuality, that magia that we are missing, a bit the magic that you remember a few years ago we were putting on some players like Paulo Dybala. Well, Zhegrova is a player that is fantastic. The second player since his arrival in Ligue 1 for most dribbles, much more and than Kylian Mbappé, etc., etc. The number one was Cherki that went to Manchester City. It's a player that not only from the moment that I heard the name of Zhegrova I was interested in, but since long time, even before that game against Lille that we played in Champions League. It's a player that I noticed, I saw, I said, Mamma mia, I would love him so much, and he's there. So I'm super happy. He's a player, guys, it's not to keep calm. It changed nothing in my life. I didn't become a journalist. I didn't become an insider of Mercato. That's not my intention. But I can tell you that I received the news. I anticipated everyone. Even Fabrizio Romano gave us the credit here, which is really beautiful. A player that I will be even more attached to. Let's see if he can send me his shirt. That would be really nice. Otherwise, I will have to buy it myself. But Zhegrova needs to be in the collection. But then, Openda, out of nowhere. Look, we need to speak also about the sad news. The name of Kolo Muani, here we go to Tottenham. He waited until the really last second. You know how much I was attached to Kolo Muani, for the person that he is, that I had the opportunity to meet in USA, but also for his impact, first with Thiago Motta, then with Igor Tudor. Tudor wanted him, Juve wanted him, he wanted, until today, he wanted Juve, but he understood at a certain moment that it was over. Juve told him, we can't. Paris Saint-Germain is exaggerating. They're asking, increasing the price, the formula, we cannot find it, and with that money, we went for two players, Zhegrova and Openda. Of course, Nico Gonzalez is that starting domino effect. 2 days ago, Comolli was saying 99% he stays here because we had no talk with Atletico Madrid. So I must say here today in front of everyone, let's see how it will end the Mercato because the team is not complete. But for a year one, I must say that Damien Comolli convinced me on a lot of topics of the way of selling at his own conditions. Important. Then you can agree or disagree with the value that he gave to some players, but that were his conditions. We are speaking about Bangula, about Wea, about Savona, about Douglas Luiz, about a lot of players. Sometimes you can discuss about the formula, but not the price. So bravo, Damien Comolli, to wait for that. Also, bravo to already have a backup plan in your head that was not on all the papers, because of course Kolo Muani is number one. 3 days ago, all the papers were saying Kolo Muani is a done deal to Juve. All the papers were saying it's done deal. Well, nobody was speaking about Openda except of who? The GOAT, Luca Montblanc on the 21st, anticipating everyone pay attention. If Kolo Muani is not a done deal, Openda could be the player, and he's there. But nobody was speaking about Openda until a few days ago in his year. Openda and Zhegrova. What are these positions on the field? Super well for Zhegrova is clear. Vice Conceição, or starting with the Conceição Vice, which is great, which is really great, because we saw it also yesterday in the game that we won against Genoa. Conceição is not the player for 90 minutes. He can play 90 minutes, but he loses a bit of his magic while having a Zhegrova, Conceição there as right wingers or right trequartisti is something that not a lot of teams can say. If on the left side you have a Yildiz. Then the position of Openda, I need to understand. I see a lot of people are putting him as a vice Yildiz and also alternating with Yildiz, when personally what I saw from him in the latest year is really atypical, but it's still a number 9. So Jonathan David, Vlahovic, with the words of Tudor that is saying that Jonathan David cannot play in that 3-4-2-1 behind the strikers, or we change Yildiz behind two strikers, Jonathan David and Vlahovic, that is staying at the moment. He's scoring in decisive goals, which are important. He's pissed off. He's entering that anger. Boom, goal. 3 points for Juve against Parma. 3 points for Juve against Genoa. Bravo, Dusan Vlahovic. Continue like that. I'm extremely happy. If you can enter and score 1 goal a game, fantastic. Of course, we don't forget that in all the season that you started with Juve, you were really, really strong in the beginning of the season. So that's something that we hope to see more and more and more with continuity. So bravo, Dusan, for the 2 first games. Now continue to do it from the start or from the bench. I don't care, because that looks like that you will stay. Staying with a packed offensive line. Jonathan David, Dusan Vlahovic, Yildiz, Conceição, Zhegrova, Openda, on top of 2 players that could play offensively like Miretti and like Adzic. At the moment, there are no voices. I asked Giovanni Albanese 1 hour ago. At the moment, there are no voices for Vasile Adzic to go on loan or to stay. So I hope that if he stays, really, that he will have also his playing time, which is extremely important for me, because I told you and I keep repeating, he's a fantastic talent that I really want to see with the first team. Not for 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. I want to see him with a bit of continuity. But that's a decision that Igor Tudor needs to take when the team will be complete. I tell you, with all these players offensively, some choices will need to be taken, because it's not only 2 players per role. First, identifying where Openda will play, and then understanding where the other ones. Miretti will probably be a player that will go back reinforcing that midfield where at the moment we didn't go for an extra player. No Bissouma, no Ng, no Kessier, no Yulman. These players didn't arrive. Then will arrive in a few hours, in a few more minutes. Could be, but at the moment I'm not sure. Where I am a bit scared of is that right side, where at the moment we have only Joao Mario. Joao Mario that played on the left because Cambiaso was not there yesterday, and who played in his spot for already the second game in a row is Kalou, which is not his position. Yeah, okay, he does the job, but that's not his position. So we have some problems, according to me, on the right side, and that's why we heard the name of Jonathan Klose that can play there. Four-man defense, on 5 there as a right winger that is taking all the right side, so that would have been a really beautiful name, but unfortunately Nice is not opening at a few hours of the end of the Mercato. 15 million, that are a lot for a 32 years old player, so on that one we will skip. Let's see if we will look for another name. It could be, we heard so many names during the Mercato on the right side, like Arnau from Girona. We heard Molina. We still have an open slot there. Difficult, huh? Nico Gonzalez, I told you, the domino effect, we knew it. Atletico Madrid was on the player. They were insisting that's where he's going. I need to understand how Tudor will integrate Zhegrova, how he will integrate Openda. I don't know if Openda has been called up by Belgium. I think so. I'm not sure that Zhegrova will leave, but it could be. So I'm curious to see where these players will be during that international break, because if they leave, which I think they will after the official announcement, they will not train a lot. Before Inter, we will have big question mark, at least us, because I hope that Tudor and Damian Comolli and Chiellini and Modesto, when they spoke and they gave green light for these players, they had already a plan in mind about how playing and integrating these players. Dai, ragazzi, I will not make it too long. I told you Canada was fantastic. I will explain you the details later. Lichtsteiner video is upcoming later today. We try to go again, this time live together with you, to follow the last hour of Mercato if something is happening. And also speaking about the game of yesterday, because we didn't speak about it because it's crazy Mercato, but yesterday we won in a difficult game, a physical game, especially in the middle of the field, and especially in that first half. We were risking with a referee that gave at a certain moment play until Genoa scores, but we were able to bring it back home, even if we risked a bit in the end. Good, because we have 6 points with Inter that lost yesterday. Now we are fighting for the Scudetto together with Roma, Napoli, and, attenzione, Cremonese. We see each other later today on the channel. Grazie, forza, Juve.